such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Feeds to space. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here's Barbosa, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Livingston, and that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Moving it up, and finished off by Shumpert.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Iguodala. Green up on top. Back to Iguodala. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And they're pushing it up. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Iguodala with the drive. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Free throw good, Iguodala. And Iguodala drops them both. Irving from long range. And down it goes just as the clock hit 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Those are the ingredients you need for the recipe of buzzer-beating magic.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, well, what's your take?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the 1. And here's Love from the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That one is off. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22 and 19 away from home.
Curry's checked in for Ian Clark. Smith for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. And the dunk by Barnes.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Curry can't get it to go. The drive.
Assist from
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have to build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. Cleveland moving it around. No good from Irving.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The drive by James. Irving against Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And stolen by LeBron. And here they go. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 14. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And Love throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Iman Shumpert in for J.R. Smith.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Curry kicks to Barbosa. To the middle. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Stephen Curry. Dellavedova kicks to Jefferson. Kicks it out to Love. From outside the arc, another three for Cleveland.
Kevin Love.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good, but they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. And Green now, top of the key. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Green's got his second bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Curry passes to Bogut. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cavaliers on top, leading by 17. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
At the line for 2.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. That bucket in no time at all.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Warriors trailed by 18. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Livingston. And it's 8 points for Barnes.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And that one's good. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Outside jumper. Here's Jefferson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jefferson's got his second bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any